I'm Ann Luna, and welcome to another episode of Bass Bites, where my intention is to give you a digestible bit that you can put to use right away in your playing, and to keep this lesson under 10 minutes. So let's get to it. So looking at for me, I'm a right-handed player, so what my left hand that's up on the fretboard in the neck is actually doing when I play. Whenever I'm teaching folks, like mostly how to use their pinky, and this efficient left hand position where you have half steps between your index and your middle and your pinky, and this ring finger that gets used as you go up the neck, and your imaginary frets would get closer together. So we've got different exercises for doing that, which we'll do in another episode here. But looking at the thumb, I'll encourage people to have it basically behind their middle finger, or kind of in between middle and index, as though you were drinking a glass of water, right? And kind of this hand position. You want a natural, relaxed hand position as much as possible. But what actually ends up happening for me, sometimes my thumb goes up, sometimes it comes around. And sometimes it is in that beautiful, like picture position, right? So what I want to have you take a look at is what my thumb actually does. Is the whole idea that I want to get across is to be able to have a flexible, movable hand. As we talk about this position just for efficiency, but then, it's kind of like you learn the rule to break it, but then you adapt it to your body and to your playing. So I'm just going to jam on something for a little bit, and you get to see what my thumb does. Okay, so we're getting where you can see, hopefully, what my left hand is actually doing. Or on a scale pattern. So you can see sometimes my thumb's kind of up. Sometimes when I'm shifting, or if I'm really got a target note, and it's right behind that. So if I'm also reaching up for that high C on the G string, I might do a shift up for it. So, because I could shift my whole hand. I could do that. But what I'm more likely to do is I just rotate my wrist, especially if something's going fast. Right. So look at that half step. So what would be second, third, and fourth frets? A, B flat, B on the G string. This third finger I don't use until up here if I've got a D to an E. So D, E flat, E. Right, and going up. But that's what I'm talking about with that. And you can see when I'm doing that, my thumb actually has stayed pretty well behind those fingers. But yeah, when I'm playing, if I'm playing that line, sure, my finger's back there. There, it's staying a little bit more in that position. And it's to train my hand to be a little more open instead of being just completely collapsed, or to feel like I'm having to wrestle with the neck of this instrument. And given at first, when you're building up some hand strength, it may feel like that. And or if your bass has an especially thick neck or a high action, then you're going to need a little more strength. So on that note, I would encourage you to try out other basses, because if you only have your instrument as a reference, you don't know what other setups are possible. So if you're lucky and can go to a music store that has some basses for sale, check them out. When you go to jams or festivals and have friends or classes or workshops where you can hopefully check out someone else's bass, then I think that's a great thing to be able to do, just to feel what other instruments are like under your hands. That is your Bass Bite for today. I hope that's helpful.